Team Liquid taking on Na'Vi to decide who will book that semi-final spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, for the loser, it's quarterfinals as well, right? So it's not like you're going to go home crying, but why not skip a BO3? Why not skip a whole level? Na'Vi Liquid, Inferno, the culmination of the last couple of hours and of some incredible Counter-Strike. I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. Bit's back.
Oh yeah, also look, we got Bit in the server. That's exciting. Of course, it's Inferno. Our boy Bit donning his jersey in the server. Simple, pushed up in the apartments as well to begin this pistol. And Liquid, oh, they are going into the apartments. This is Simple's domain, and they don't know about him. He hit a very good timing to get here. But as he's firing off shots, now they realize, where's that coming from? They can't figure it out. And I think maybe the penny's dropped, but they don't care. They try to go round the CZ on Boom, which is only good for the opener. Simple joins them up in the smoke, and they're starting to realize, well, hang on, I can't seem to get over this barrier. So Grim just fires a shot into the head of Simple through that smoke on the balcony. And in the blink of an eye, it's all left onto one man. Just Perfecto rotating in late from that B bomb site.
Dear Simple, I think he thought he was going to get chased in apartments after missing his shots onto Stewie. If he just walked in through the hallway, he would have had 3 players with their back turned. But, you know, understandably thinking he was getting hounded down. Repositions on the short side, and Grim with a beautiful pistol. 3 kills off him. Perfecto, this is a done deal. It's all about damage. Make those stats look pretty. Oh, Ali's just going to close as well, spamming the smoke with the Glock. And Liquid running fast into that A site to steal an opener. Like to see that. Grim with some bangers. And Na'Vi, I mean, Liquid have won both pistols back on Dust 2. They also lost both second rounds, so expectation on Na'Vi to force is certainly there. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, they have come in with that force buy. You know, you got Deagles in play, a lot of utility as well. So we could see that classic Inferno, you know, smoke into the choke points, try and really waste time down on the clock for Team Liquid.
Ah, yeah, the old chokey smoky.
Chokey smoky, that's what they call it. And that looks to be the decision. Even a deep banana smoke, just giving that that kind of allure that maybe you've gone for this deep banana aggression. Not the case for Na'Vi. They're actually playing very conservatively here, all across the map. The key to beating this strategy for Liquid is to try and get these smokes out early, and for that you need pressure across the map. They're doing a good job of it. Over in that B bomb site, there's not a single smoke left.
Yeah, 2 up still towards middle, but look at how passive Na'Vi are right now. They're giving away that mid control. Bit chucks one in on long, and only Electronic remains with his. Bit's gone on a pre-rotation, and a fake on B from Stewie is going to keep 3 players here for Na'Vi. So Liquid seem to have the right idea about things, boosting the lead up for a quick pick on the pit. Can't see Electronic, but uncrouching would spell his demise. Ali's going even further up. Is he going to go on the balcony as well? Oh dear, blinded out. The smoke comes down on short. 30 seconds, Liquid. They can't afford to wait it out. They won't have time to clear every single position. So flashing into the pit and charging through with the SMGs, with the pistols, the Deags come out supreme with 2 per team. Umich still pushed up on the flank. He could stop the bomb. 15 seconds. He goes for the spray. The bomb is loose now. And if Na'Vi can charge in and cause enough chaos, they can still deny the plant yet again. Perfecto attempts to do so, and there's no cover from the pit. Swinging his nap, and he does get there in time. Pistol out. It's a mess, but he will pick up the round. And Liquid just about stay above water. It's not pretty, but finally they convert one of these pistols.
Yeah, and even then, right, it was hanging in the balance for a moment there. Na'Vi, they're so focused on trying to get that bomb out of play. They know that with 1 kill, they can decide the outcome of that round. Naf with a perfectly timed swing. It had to have been calmed by Elige as well. I can hear someone rushing me down from long because the timing was perfection from Naflight down in the pit position. So now 2-0 and just an eco for Na'Vi. They're not looking to complicate matters with forcing down again. You know, this game, you know, as good as an advantage as the pistol round brings, it is ultimately decided in these rifle rounds, and they're looking to bring theirs out as soon as possible.
Oh, nice nade. Couple of them flying over B for Na'Vi. put Stewie low. Fuller's playing PT50, which is, you know, a bit of a risk, but it comes with the reward of getting the AWP in early. And also just saving your money. You're definitely going to sustain casualties in a round like this, and so the less guns you lose, the better if you're Liquid. As long as you can get it over the line. Elige keeping 3 on A, but not for long. Bit has read it well, and he's already on a rotate. Might be too little too late, though, unless someone can get a kill on this B site. So much damage has been done, but no kills have been found for Na'Vi. Bit's going to throw in that high flash for Perfecto to get back into the site, and Na'Vi moving all the players over could cause some commotion. Liquid, the boat getting rocked right now as they set up for this execute.
Naf has also just left A, so any hope of getting that information some other way without committing to the push is out the window. Liquid are now committed into the pistol stack from Na'Vi. It's still only these pistols, so you're holding out hope that Liquid can just navigate this well. But with how it's looking right now, things have gotten a little more uncertain. Simple is still up on this boost and trying to put this Deeg to good use. Perfecto's even doing a good job of buying time before Elige finally flushes him out. And so now just Simple with his Deeg, a couple of missed shots, but doesn't miss it the second time around. And that kill from Stewie is just critical, man. Like, yeah, it's only an unarmored Deagle, but it's Simple wielding it in a 1v2 where you're both low already. 3-0 for Liquid. Despite walking into the pistol stack, they still get the round on the board. But now we have the investment for Na'Vi.
And also, Stewie as well, last second throws the AK over to his teammates. So they save both the AKs they came into that round with, right? We talk about falling on the PT50, it doesn't really matter. And he doesn't like lose a rifle as a result. So Liquid's bonus round is good. They just about get it over the line to buy in now. Simple with the AWP, but he's smoked off in every direction, mainly by his team smoking the molly of Liquid. But he can't find a gap through it. He can't find a pick. And Liquid hold off, waiting out the util with a flash lined up in the spawn from Fallen. Na'Vi may boost back up again in CT as well. Perfecto going up and over. Simple, very quick on these rotations. CT side of every map. He's so good at just getting in the right place at the right time. Back to A, Elige spotted in the apartments. It's early days though for Liquid, right? So Na'Vi aren't going to over-rotate this one, just keep a standard setup. Liquid can double back if they please. Na'Vi giving away that mid-control, but it's also by design. The molly down on porch, smoke on long. Trying to keep as little info in the pocket of Na'Vi. Get this util out while you still can.
Yeah, Liquid have got a lot of map control right now. They're very content with how this round is shaping up, because they're in a spot where they don't even have to commit to A right now, thanks to Stewie 2K on his lurk over at the B bomb site. With how much ground they've gained at short, they're interested in what A has to offer, and so they try to run it down. Bit can't stand the test of time. Down in the pit, Electronic is bested as well. And even though they lose Stewie on his lurk, it's a great cost to Na'Vi. A 2v2 in the retake at this A bomb site without a kit as well. Might be one dropped, but Liquid, they know they're in a good spot, and Na'Vi are just going to save. They don't really have any options open to them. The rotations would just take too long to come through, and Perfecto's already one shot away from death, so Liquid are onto a winner.
Yeah, Boom's just going for the AWP. Yoink, and out he goes. Liquid will have to respect that as to not give a pick back in. They don't know that Na'Vi were definitely going to save, and so they stay safe and give that AWP to their opponents. It's worth it in the long run, though. You take a 4-0 lead, and that's really good trade work from Liquid, actually up in A after all. Considering they lose a man up top, Banana. Na'Vi, no one gets more than a single kill in that A site on the defense, and as long as you're shutting down those CTs from getting multi-kills, look at the spacing from Liquid. Really good trade work. The apartments player killing Electronic after one. I mean, you can't do much better than that for Liquid as far as executes go up the short side. And so 4-0. And already some good signs of life from Liquid, not letting that beating on Dust 2 hold them back.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They've come into this looking very, very composed. You know, from the get-go, they're not getting antsy. Na'Vi looked the more nervous out of the two of them. And giving a lot of respect over to Liquid as well. Do we have this wall bang? If Simple goes for it, Stewie might be in hot water. Things are heating up here. Stewie's flashed away from Banana. Boomich somehow makes the MP9 work for one. Simple does not want to go down, because that would leave B in a really vulnerable spot. So he has to play a bit more passive here than he was looking for. While all this has been going on, Liquid, they're not neglecting this top mid control. They're still looking to take it off of Na'Vi. And even though they fake these B smokes, right, the CT crossing smoke, it is this A execute that's on the cards. And only one man in the site to actually put a stop to it. Electronic has his own flash that he's going to try and set himself up with. Fallen's blind, and he goes close to the smoke, but is deleted through it. Bit's caught coming through the long smoke and isn't able to turn the tide of battle single-handedly, and it's another one of these 2v2 retakes that Liquid have the advantage in. They're looking to get this bomb down. Killer shot from Nafly.
Yeah, forget the bomb. They're looking for fights. Liquid just want to close it. It got stuck in the pit, and I thought that would have given time for Na'Vi to post up. And Naf killing the AWP in a way like that, oof. It's all on Perfecto. Sneaking in through. He's got a smoke down. Naf's on top of the box, but Perfecto's looking the wrong way. Naf has this jump up. There's no way Perfecto can get through this one, surely, with such an awkward position. Naf drops, though, and Perfecto hears it. Will Elige offer up a 1v1? Perfecto waiting. And Elige is only going to swing on the contact made by his teammate. Patience is key here for Liquid in the post plant, and Perfecto doesn't know which way to look. There are so many angles to clear, and there it is. Naf finding 5 for Liquid, and he is the hero of that round. Not just the entries into A, but in that 2-on-2 with the bomb lost in pit, Liquid is scared, right? Elige knows he has to cross into the site with the bomb. Not only does he want to stay pit for the post plant, but even caught crossing could give up a kill to the AWP. So Naf provides a huge amount of cover, taking down Simple through library, deleted with that saved AWP. Lovely shot. And yeah, these XX on A are looking very clean for Liquid, very well drilled. Na'Vi, again, same situation. No one gets more than one on the defense. And if that continues, Liquid have got the solution.
Oh, a change of pace in this round out of Fallen as well. As he lands the tag early in towards the top of mid. It's Simple brought down low in the process. Once again, Liquid spreading out and taking this map control. They're always leaving options open, right? So even if they get less than desirable results over here towards this A bomb site, they've at least got that fallback plan of hitting the B site. Electronics mollied off. Dropping that smoke now gives up the aim of the game for him. They know that he's over here, tucked under the porch. Elige, if he sprays this smoke, that would be a kill waiting to happen. And Bit's been smoked off at long side. Boomich might be about to get tested. He has this flash from his teammate, but it does rely on him winning that opening fight. Now the flash can come in, and that's another for Boomich. Great play between him and Perfecto, and the flashes, they just don't stop raining through. Boomich on for the ace, and it might get snatched away. It won't. Boomich has got a chance to get all 5 in this round. Just Naf left at the end of things. And, you know, Boomich gets the credit for getting the kills, but Perfecto with a setup of dreams, the double flashes raining over, leaving Liquid blind as they're tunnel visioned on the trade.
They're letting him have it as well. They're swinging on his contact. He's got the first play, and I say that bit goes out wide.
Yeah, that's how you end up back on the bench, right? That's how you end up like Bubsky in this one. Na'Vi, they get there first at least. 1 on the board.
Stewie was even looking above the sandbag coming around that corner.
Yeah, dude, honestly, I thought Boomich was done for in a round like that. Like, you know, Stewie is pre-aiming his position. And like I say, like, once that first kill comes in, these reflashes into Banana, they were always going to work well. Boomich, though, goes above and beyond the Call of Duty along with Perfecto.
Yeah. Liquid just didn't know how easy they had it on A, right? Not only was Simple low HP from that earlier AWP tag of Fallen, but Electronic, after he got mollied porch and smoked it, he just stayed there. He never moved. He was essentially trapped. Liquid could have remollied him. They could have hard cleared him. Simple didn't have the AWP. You know, it looked like A was a really good choke point for Liquid, but, you know, not wanting to run the same setup too many rounds in a row, perhaps, going back to B, and they'll regret that. Even though they go 5-0 up, they lose 1 and they get broken money. It's not quite the CT side, but even so, 2 pistols in this round. Simple in the apartment. Porch boost after the smoke comes through from below. And Liquid, are they going to go fast? If there were any round to do it, this could be it.
Oh, yeah, real pace change. Bit doesn't care about being blinded. He's still good to combine with Electronic. Snatching those players that commit to the top mid play away from Team Liquid, dropping the guns as well. and he's still keen to fight more.
Punish. Naf is ready for that position, even though Bit escapes briefly. Still does some damage though, and a scavenger hunt has been successful for Liquid. They've armed those two pistol players with AKs. Umich flashed in, actually eats it. Simple. Back on short. Nice shot, easy stuff. They're not going to boost up, and he finds a little bit more attention. Boomich finding more damage by the second, and there's no escaping for Fallen. He tries to bound out from the porch, and he will not be given any kind of safety. Liquid looking lost in this round. Dead from the get-go. It's just a save for Nav. 2 for Na'Vi, and the money is good as well. They saved the AWP, they saved 4. It's a big round to win, especially considering Liquid were looking really good to open up this map.
Yeah, I mean, it's important, right? You just want these like momentum breaks, right? You want Na'Vi to start to find something, because otherwise Liquid just spiral this game out of control. And so rounds like this are very, very important, and just slowing down your opponent and building up a bit of confidence yourself. And I think it's pretty important that the victory comes in towards that A bomb site as well, which up until now has been a go-to for Liquid. You know, finally you're forced to give a little more respect towards these players on A.
A lot of the time we've seen Na'Vi in these passive setups, which is actually like a safe way of playing Inferno, right? Like giving up mid eventually after you use enough util, falling back. Yeah, you don't have that info, but if you have 3 players on A, still you're going to be able to hold. Well, this time the difference maker is Na'Vi fight for that top mid control. They have Bit on the boost, they have electronic supporting, and they actually trade, or not even trade, they go 5-on-3 up just off of the mid choke and then peel back. So Liquid don't even have the numbers nor the utility to run one of these really nice executes that's been netting them rounds. So Na'Vi, as long as they can keep this top mid, at least for a kill early, it should be fine to stop Liquid in their tracks. Grim, damaged heavily. Might want to give Naf that gun. The only player with armor aside from him. And Simple again, obviously reading the game, no surprise. Pre-rotation to B as things go quiet in middle. He's given all that room to fight down alt mid, and there's never a response for Liquid, so Simple is in the right place.
Oh, that's almost the lineup, so close. Instead, it's just the one, but regardless, these pistols have been churned up, spat out by Na'Vi. The B play doesn't work. I thought, honestly, I was beside myself. I thought 3. Simple was about to get like 3 or 4 just skewered together. And this should just be the cleanup now. Another concise, clean round. Unless Stewie can complicate matters. No, there we go. Right, back under control. So yeah, you only lose 1 man in amongst the whole thing. This is very, very important. Not only did you break the momentum, but now you're building up money as well. So it's a real like double positive for Na'Vi in that sense. And it's even forced a pause out of Team Liquid heading into round number 9. They can feel Na'Vi picking up steam, and they can feel the problems emerging before their very eyes.
Yeah, how do they want to deal with this, right? Like, you already know if you're not getting Na'Vi out of top middle, if you're not forcing them back to those passive setups, then your B plays are going to be triple stacked for Na'Vi. That's been clear already. So, yeah, Liquid need a solution to getting up top mid and actually trying to keep Na'Vi out of that position, plus the info, right? How many times do we see, you know, teams take middle, smoke long, go back to B, and then the smoke fades before the B execute even comes in, and the long player for the CT side just spots mid, goes, well, mid's clear, let's go for B. Liquid don't want that eventuality if they're going to be going into these B executes. Na'Vi finding solutions, finding 3. The AWP is certainly looking good as well. Never a doubt.
Oh, that molly forces Grim into the lion's den, but everyone's got nades out. That might prove to be more of a blessing than a curse. Yeah, he's gone round perfecto, so the trade is found right away. Still a 4-on-4 that, you know, could have been far uglier than that with Grim getting forced up the banana. Na'Vi paranoid about this B bomb site. They've rotated 2 around immediately, and I reckon we're going to see Electronic reconsider that. Yeah, he's already still kind of floating around here. It's because they're still hearing footsteps. Liquid is still showing them interest. Oh, the flashes are in, but perfecto. Good to keep this 3-on-3. He wins 2 separate 1v1s there that are very important, right? Trading that initial kill that comes in onto Boomich, and then putting up 1 before he himself is traded out of that round.
Oh dear. Electronic, he went for some info. Took a bit of a risk. You don't want to be flashing B plays in a 3-on-3 like this. That would just be info for Liquid that there's a double B hold right now, and that's not something Na'Vi want to hand over. Electronic loud on a rotate. Will he commit with it as things stay quiet on A? Simple is tucked at the back of the site, giving away a lot of room on long, and knows he could be wrapped at any moment. But this bit of self-doubt for Na'Vi is wonderful for Liquid. They can execute in. It's only bit here. He's going to get smoked off. Does he want to commit or play for that retake? Kits are available and util as well. 15 seconds. If he can try and find a molly on this bomb plant, he could cause a real problem here for Liquid. The plant comes in. It's open bit with a spray. Oh, it's close and it's good, but the plant is allowed. Fallen gets it down, and now Na'Vi a man up in for the retake.
Yeah, Fallen's done you well, at least, with being able to get that bomb planted. Sets Naf and Elige up and in with a chance at the 2-on-3. Naf needs really both of these somehow, some way, if Liquid do want to find this. Up on the coffins, there's the first, but the turn away leaves him in the grave. It's Elige left with the clutch and responsibility, and just one man left to get past. There it is for Elige, and 6 on the board for Team Liquid on the back of it. That bomb plant for Fallen, I don't know how he's able to get that down, but he is, in spite of Bit's best efforts.
Yeah, that's a really well-played round for Bit, right? For a player, you know, not that experienced at the upper echelons of Counter-Strike, knowing not to give away that kill. A lot of players will just push through the CT smoke when it comes through, but he drops the molly. He knows Fallen has to plant on that same line, and he just fires down into it. You know, a couple of bullets in a different position would have meant a guaranteed round for Na'Vi, but instead, it's a post-plant that they can't quite get over the line. And now that money is starting to drip dry for Na'Vi. They've got another buy round, but not much left in the coffers. Simple smoking a molly to keep this mid-info. But there's no one here for Liquid. All a bit of a ruse. Back to B they go. And it's very early in the round for Na'Vi to send a pre-rotation B as well. They might not even consider the fact that Liquid could just explode into this bomb site.
It would be a real change of pace. Perfecto is waiting with utility to go in to try and slow down this exact play, but it's all gotten very chaotic. Boomage, I don't even know how he gets one there. And now Perfecto just needs to stay alive, but that is easier said than done. He is getting flooded by Liquid. They're all around him, and in the smoke, Naf will get that kill. Rotations are already arriving, but Liquid are deep, and this might have to be a save call coming through for Na'Vi.
There's some absolutely excellent calling coming out from Fallen in this map, right? The changes of pace, the read in what Na'Vi are doing and how they're reacting to Liquid, right? Just that early mid-pressure with Molotovs going in keeps Na'Vi attentive to middle long enough that Liquid can run in B. The barrel. Oh no. Simple doesn't know that Stewie sneaking up behind, and you can't really play for a knife here. Oh, you are kidding me, Stewie.
Stewie, don't.
You absolute
Don't do it to him.
Oh, insult to injury.
Oh, no.
Sasha gets slashed, and Liquid all over the board.
Liquid, they are doing a great job, not just, as you say, with the cooling, but now they're waging psychological warfare as well, right? They're getting in the head of Na'Vi. We're so far ahead of you that we're getting knife kills. That's the message that they're looking to send. Now, it's simple. Is this going to serve to try and tilt the man who we often see as the centerpiece of Na'Vi? Or is this going to rile him up and create an altogether different beast to go up against?
You love that move because Stewie's making the call, guys. No one peek, no one go ruins, no one come near me. Keep your distance. I've got a knife. And yeah, Liquid just respect it. And they know the value of that as well. Not just economical, but as you said, psychological. Hey, get rid of that ore. Fallen, he's got his in play, and he's looking for mid picks that almost present themselves. Simple is doing anything he can to force fights. Checks mid, dodges the shot, goes boiler, lives to tell the tale. Cat's got 9 lives, but Simple maybe even more. And now on this eco for Na'Vi, I mean, you've not even already got the smokes for that delay play. You're hoping to hit big deegs. What's Elige looking at?
Oh, Bit's actually gone aggressive now. This could give a kill over. You're hoping that Simple is able to trade it, and they can kind of... Oh, Grim! They now pressure into Grim, and there it is. Bit with 1. The rest of them spill out into top mid, and they line up over there for Naf and Elige. And even, I was going to say, Electronic still in the bomb site, but he's wiped out as well. Liquid, these A plays are so decisive whenever they are pulling them in. And Na'Vi just can't seem to play catch-up. Something else that's scary, right, is that Simple's AWP, you know, we haven't really had to talk about it all too much. And this CT side, that's where you're hoping the AWP can do its best work. Liquid have dodged him, it feels like, a lot of the time. And then even when he has had it, you know, hasn't really popped off with it at any one point.
Yeah, Liquid's spacing is really good. It's hard to be getting away with multi-kills in this game for Na'Vi, right? And that includes the AWP. Like, even if you're in CT and you're getting a shot off as Liquid rush B, you know, they're going to smoke you off. They're going to keep you contained. And Liquid have been doing a really, really good job at trading as a result of that spacing. So there's not many easy answers for Na'Vi in a game like this. But they do start with guns. That's what you need. At a bare minimum, coming through with another gun round in number 12. Liquid, though, this is quite the T side showing. And quite the start to 2021 if they were to find themselves straight to the semi-finals of Katowice.
And I think for a lot of people, a big resurgence in the belief that Fallen still has what it takes, you know, like, because let's not forget, right, this guy's had a very, he's had the highest of highs, but then also hit that point where it just felt like he was in the BRC and you know, never really finding anything. And he got a free pass for a long old while just because of the achievements he had, but then people did start looking and say, well, you know, does he still have what it takes, or is this kind of the end of Fallen? And
it's crazy with all the changes in, you know, Brazilian Counter-Strike, all the rosters that have emerged, all the mixes, and everything that's been going on. The Fallen's ended up in a North American team of all places. I mean, what a character arc, what a storyline, and what success that Liquid are having. Shui looks reinvigorated, not having to cool. And he's had some excellent games in this tournament, this one being included. Can he get B picks, though? Flashed in for a fight on the corner, re-smoked on the mid. Liquid were just about to execute. Got to pull the brakes for a moment. Still plenty of time, but still plenty of util. Na'Vi's done a really good job of holding on to this till the end of the round, and it seems like Liquid want to go through the smoke.
Yeah, I mean, why not? They've been winning all these A fights time and time again. Na'Vi, they haven't been able to put a stop to it in the majority of these rounds. Is this one going to be any different? Simple is posted up at Arch with the AWP. He is right where you want him, so he needs to put this to good use. And smoked off. Once again, they're just cancelling Simple out before they even face the boss. Lurking in library. He goes through and the no-scope misses. It's ugly. Just bit left alive and sandwiched in by this short play. All the attention over at long, and it's a mop-up for Elysian Co. Liquid are onto a 9th and maybe even onto a winner here as Na'Vi are once again forced back into a save. These 2B bomb site players.
That's a great Counter-Strike theory, Harry, that me and you often talk about, which is like using smokes as timed doorways, right? Liquid do a really good job of deleting Simple in that round as a result. They throw in a deep library smoke that cuts off Simple at library. He wraps Arch. Then they come up on the archway. They smoke the archway off. And as that smoke comes down, the library one fades. Simple's forced out of position by that utility. And then Liquid replenish the library smoke even deeper, forcing Simple's hand. He has to go through if he wants to play into the round, but that's Liquid using smoke timings as doorways and a very calculated execute to wrap into A, forcing the long player out of the round.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's bang on, Hugo. I've always loved that idea, and to see it brought to life so cleanly, it's like, you know, you're anticipating what your opponent is going to do a lot of the time, and you know when that long smoke comes down that if someone's there and Arch isn't smoked, that's where they're heading.
Yeah, sure.
And so then that forces them right to where you want them. It's like a series of traps set up one after the other that work in a great way for Team Liquid to find a 9th round, and that just shows the level of which these guys are operating at right now.
Homework has been done by Liquid. Na'Vi quiet on the CT side, not given a chance. Triple B here, out of the gate. More flashes, Boomage. One of the only rounds they've had has been him multi-killing on the sandbags. Will Liquid give him the opportunity again? Molly comes over. Looking like a retake Molly as well, right? This often is thrown from the B bomb site when you don't have the car position and you want to get back into control, but Na'Vi never gave it up, and maybe now they will. Boomage eats some grenades, down to 4, and knowing even just the trickle of a Molotov could spell his demise, he will concede. There's Bit getting smoked off as well. Liquid back to middle. Hitting the scroll wheel. Far from what you want. Double short side setup, simple on the boost, only needs to draw them in, and he does get spotted. The shadow for Elige, he sees it. It was all a ruse, it was all a bait for Electronic anyway. Back to B they go, and Na'Vi, who pre-rotated out, are already starting to doubt. Moving boomich into this site, who's so low anyway. Perfecto drops that smoke at 30 seconds, and Liquid have no choice but to go through.
Oh, Perfecto, a lot of damage on the spray. Not a kill yet, but there's boomich to break the silence. Flashed in, he's still looking for more, and he's so low. He gets away with a double. You'll take that out of boomich on 4 HP all day long. Bomb plant not denied this time around, and it's another one of these 4-on-3 retakes, this time in towards the B bomb site. Electronic late lurk up through banana, and Naf was just holding for this. Now he's moved away. So this gives a little window. Bomb is also planted for Naf. Ideally, you want him to be alive when all is said and done, especially with Elige getting dropped out of the round. There's a swing from Nafly, looking for the double up, but it eludes him. And Na'Vi, they successfully launch that retake into the B bomb site. Naf gets caught out of position, and I think he was dead to Electronic on the flank anyway.
That's all boomich though, right? To even get Na'Vi in a position where they can afford to retake a round and sustain losses, but still pick it up with such advantages in a 4-on-3. Not only that first kill for boomich, but then the flash through the smoke. krimz clearing the back of the site, and he's so deep in, he's behind the blue boxes. He can't even see boomich, who cancels out the plant. And yeah, that's a great play for boomich, who, like you said, was on 4 HP, should have never been able to do that. But the shots come in too late. And the shots miss in the post-plant for Liquid. Na'Vi up to 4, fighting tooth and nail for anything they can get. Good grenade onto Fallen, but smoke on the molly, and boomich stands tall above the sandbags again. That smoke's going to be a bit of a nuisance. Could serve as a one-way, but they can spam him through it as easily as he can see them too. And Liquid want nothing to do with this position. They fall back, and that's perfectly timed as Elige domes simple in the apartments. Not a shot he often falls prey to. But now Liquid, they're causing commotion, they're causing rotations. Na'Vi only have one man left at B.
And all this chaos, I mean, like, look at what it's done to the rotations. Na'Vi are just beside themselves. Like, they don't even know where this is ending up, where they should be. It looks like they're losing control of this round before really Liquid have even come in with anything. That's just on the back of losing simple in the apartments. Now, they will decide, once things quieten down, once it subsides, all that chaos in the server, to stack over here towards the A site. And that is the right call to have made. boomich is spotted, and now they start to chase him down. There is this early rotation for Perfecto as well. The timing's got to be good for it, but everyone else inside of the A site is wiped out. It's just Perfecto. 14 rounds, 10 rounds up on the board for Team Liquid in round 14, and a save as he runs all the way back to B. And look at Liquid hounding him down. You're not getting away, Perfecto, not today. They want this. They don't want to let you get anything into round 15. Even the tiniest little difference in having an AK, right? Having Perfecto available to drop over to his teammates, they want to deny it. And Liquid are really trying to set themselves up for success. Even though he's dealt with Naf, Elige is still here. And he will get away with the rifle. That could be a bit of a difference maker at least, right? He can drop 2 M4s into play. So that's full utility for everyone on this team. But I'm really clutching at straws to try and find a silver lining here. Like, there's no denying that Liquid, this looks like a well-beaten team right now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what weaponry Na'Vi have had, right? Like you said, simple on the AWP, he's been fine, but he's actually been denied in a lot of these rounds by Liquid's gameplay, right? Like, really good faking out. Na'Vi have often been caught with players on the wrong side of the map. We saw that long round as well, where Simple went through the library smoke. I mean, he's really not been showing up as he has in this series so far, and that's as a result of Liquid getting or avoiding him, getting around him, and dealing with a problem that is simple. Not usually as easy as the name suggests, but let's see what he can do back on B as Liquid look longingly towards his position. They clear boomich and they flash off Simple with the Molotov. He can't even get a shot off. Fires into the wall and nothing. Grenades for Na'Vi have been good, right? They've been dunking down players at Banana. They've been hitting great Molotov timings. But even though they've been smoking off Liquid at the 30-second mark, Liquid have been going through and they've been winning their executes. So There's very little to rely on here if you're Na'Vi right now. Perfecto, solo B for a second, and Simple doubles back. But Liquid are in no hurry. There's a minute on the clock. You have all the util in the world. Just keep Na'Vi scared, keep them guessing, and burn out the smokes while you can. Electronic caught aggressing, looking the wrong way, but Nav jiggles. Electronic tries to escape, and he at least fades away with a frag as well. Na'Vi finally find an untraded kill into the 4-on-4.
And that's something for Na'Vi to hold on to at least, right? They've finally been able to make this just unrelenting aggression and trade work stop, even if it is just for a moment. And last time we saw them get a moment of composure like this, Na'Vi called the stack in towards that A-bomb site, but this time no such call is made. So Electronic and Bit are out on an island here. They've got to do it all between the two of them. And Electronic is certainly making it feel doable. Bit inside of the site, dropping the bomb, just trying to waste time for Elige. And he might have wasted enough off the clock. No chance at a bomb plant. An anticlimactic end, but Na'Vi up onto 5. Liquid leading the way in map number 3, trying to lock in a semi-final appearance. Can they do it versus the reigning champions? Find out in a moment. But Na'Vi eyeing up a semi-finals appearance in Katowice. Man, Na'Vi, I think for a lot of people, they were big favorites coming into this one. With how this series shaped up, with how the maps went, I think coming into Inferno, they were favorites for a lot of people. But Liquid, they've been cheeky with it. The calls have been great. We had a knife kill from Stewie onto Simple. And now a pistol round that could decide it all as to whether or not this series goes the distance. Or Liquid get it over the line. A fast B play, the order of the day for Na'Vi. Fallen holding the CT spawn, and he's got a teammate tucked back in the site. They've given him a timing. They've given him the warning, an early telegraph from Na'Vi. How kind of them, as now they rush him down on this CT defense. Deep smokes are in, and the first 2 kills present themselves for Na'Vi.
Yeah, that's a cursed round for Liquid. They were triple pit. They were so far from the rotations. They were relying on the B players to hold their own, and instead they're getting owned. It's only Grim on this rotate, and tapped out by Boomich running with a Glock. Oh my, Na'Vi, flawless pistol. That'll get the blood pumping. That'll get you believe it again if you're a Na'Vi. And for Liquid, yeah, just very unfortunate. Not able to get a single shot off connecting in that B hold. Brutal scenes. And no way in the 3-on-5 to retake a round like that. So Liquid forcing up in the second, looking to turn it on a dime very early on. They were finally able to convert pistol, you know, in the first half here. It took them some time in this series. But let's see if they can do the opposite, the inverse. Break Na'Vi right back where it hurts.
And that's the thing, you know, for Na'Vi, it's not just about trying to get straight to the semi-finals. I like to think, you know, this is a very proud team in the sense that, you know, they are sure of themselves. And the one thing that they could be sure of was their place in, like, the CIS ranking, regardless of the world. And with Spirit being that first team to reach the semi-finals, well, Na'Vi, they're wanting to get there too. They don't want the chances snuffed out by Liquid. And so they've at least taken the first step in the right direction here. If a comeback were to begin, a pistol round was a necessity. Fallen spotted over here at long. Does land the tag, and another one at that. So 2 of these players are low. He softened them up for Elige's deagle, and the timing on that peak is good. Both gone at long, and short might be a problem, but Elige is here to take some scalps off. The nade rains in, and that's Simple. Oh, barely staying alive. It actually lands for Perfecto in the pit.
Oh, Bit aiming very high, but he pulls it down to take down Naf. And yeah, two low players still intact, not for long. Stewie deals with Bit, and this retake is tantalizing for Liquid. They don't have the kit, the time is the problem, but they have the util. Lurk smoke out of apartments. Elige trying to clear out Perfecto. He swaps sides of the pit, and he does find him with a MAC-10. Back at the site, Simple, cowering in wait, hiding in the boxes, and they line up, but it's Elige's all damn day. I don't know if there's time, and Liquid have to concede the round due to the bomb. Na'Vi hiding in the back of the box is all they need to find a 7th.
All the kills, but not enough time. It's a bit of a classic Na'Vi. They know that they're lucky to get that one in, right? A second makes all the difference in claiming that round as your own. And so that's not even a round you feel happy about winning, right? You're grateful that it's gone onto your side of the board, but you know that it was just a roll of the dice.
Yeah, you can see it on Electronic's face. I mean, every kill counts, every kill matters, every moment decides your future. But Na'Vi still standing. Liquid with guns, couple of MAC-10s saved, by and large nothing. Certainly could make this round interesting, but let's not get ahead of ourselves as Bit picks up Grim fighting in apartment, and Liege has a great position, but can't go any further if he wants to live to tell the tale. 2 players, and he gets 1. Good trade from Bit. Keeping Na'Vi up a man. Still 2 on B for Liquid. A risky setup, but in a round like this is what you got to do to get out alive. Na'Vi could just flat out execute into this hold as well. Naf drops his smoke, Boomish doesn't care, and he runs on in with the opener. Stewie on a trade, but he's gone very wide with a flashbang. Luckily, they're blinded off of it, and the pistol's out, but Perfecto running him down. Stewie with the pistol, no ammo in either gun, back and forth, and it's all Stewie 2K in the back of B.
How has he gotten away with that? Stewie, take a bow. He's put 11 on the board for Liquid. He breaks the morale, the money, everything for Na'Vi in just 1 round, styling with the MAC-10.
How?
And then the USP to finish. That is a once-in-a-lifetime play from Stewie 2K. And that might be the difference maker. That might be the thing that put, like, no one was ready for that. Look at Moses.
Yeah, if you're Na'Vi, you're like, how did we lose? It was 1 dude in B. Boomish killed Naf in spawn, he got the pick. But that flash from Stewie, oh my. Download the demo, learn the lineup right here, right now, because it has just torn Na'Vi to their knees. Goodness gracious. Stewie 4K at the back of the bomb site, Liquid up to 11. And that force that never should have even been notable. It was only an eco, saved MAC-10s. That's not even a good gun, but Stewie makes it look like a rifle. 11-7, and Na'Vi forced back in. If they lose this one, if they lose this buy, which, by the way, they had to go for, couldn't have ecoed this if you're Na'Vi. If they lose it, it's Liquid running away 13-7 up before Na'Vi have a full gun round.
Oh, big opener at least. Fallen out, and now an AWP in play. That could find its way into the hands of Simple, but instead he's electing for the AK. I wonder if they do make the swap. They're given a bit of time, bit of a break. Boomish is looking at him like, Simple, you want it? But Simple's zoned in. He is focused, determined to try and salvage this. Get it out the hands of Liquid as fast and as early as you can. So we've got that Boomish AWP, not knowing for it. And these players over inside of the site are getting wrecked by the double pit hold. Boomish will put up the first, but they do clothesline Grim. They deal with him. They've got it into a 2-on-2 post plant, and with a little bit of time to get set up as well. The Boomish AWP opens up this round alongside Simple. Now it's got to close it out as well. But Stewie, the king of the closer, moving in through long, Naf wrapping in the apartments. They're knocking on the door of Na'Vi, and now they lose Naf. Stewie has got to do it again. He's got to try and beat the odds once more. Up onto Graveyard, and a missed opportunity from Boomish now leaves Perfecto out to dry. Just Stewie as he bounds into the site. He's got a kit, makes the tap happen, and there's the swing for Stu. Electronic. Out of the round, not electronic. What am I even on about? What? This is wild. This game is something else. I can't even keep focus, man.
I thought he had the stick there as well. I thought he was just going to go for it with Boomish pushed so far back on the short side after falling off with the AWP. Stewie could have just got in the corner and stuck the bomb. Obviously, you're at the whim of whether Boomish rushes you down or not, but that was his only way to win the round. He's as fast as he can be.
I can't believe what we've just seen. That looked like Stewie done it. I thought he had. I think everyone, he even thought he had done it.
My, oh my.
Oh!
This is a roller coaster.
He's making me see things. Stewie, stop doing it to them. Na'Vi, they get 8 again, but it's another one of these rounds. It's just a roll of the dice. Just down to the time.
And now that Simple entry, right? Now that's starting to Fallen, who's got 5 kills. I want to remind you, right? It didn't really matter in that first half, but that AWP is gifted over. Simple with a banging shot to open, and Boomish wall bangs the Leech out of the pit twice. It takes 2 shots to kill that man after 2 kills from a Leech as well. And Boomish just living long enough to win the round for Na'Vi. They had to win that one. Stewie, AWP, he is pissed after that round. He buys it straight up, and I don't blame him.
Well, I mean, you know, he's been the difference maker time and time again. And now he's looking to get stuck in with this orb. Na'Vi, every round they get is a trial and tribulation, man. Like, they're not clean. They're not comfortable yet.
Round is a round, Harry. Look at this double boost. With USPs, again, you know, whatever. Should be nothing for Liquid. Very minimal kills at that. Maybe one if they're lucky, but Na'Vi are wondering, why is this so free? Why is this so easy to walk into B? We haven't made contact. There's got to be something cheeky going on.
The USP's wrecked them before in the B site. I don't think you fall prey to it twice, right? No. Maybe this boost is good for one. Oh, there's one. There we go. Mopped up nicely by Electronic and Perfecto. And Stewie's thinking about saving already. You know, he's not going to play into this round. He's got the AWP for next if needed. Na'Vi get this ninth. And finally, it's a nice little clean one up on the board, whether you only lose that one man on the entry. Stewie's still looking to add kills to the tally, still looking to take weapons away. I was going to say, yeah, not worth it to risk that AWP. Oh. They know he's here. Simple's trying to figure out, how can I get the knife? Oh, well, I'm all for trying to even the score, right? Like, you got knifed earlier, you want some revenge.
Fair enough.
But it's not found in that round there. Regardless, this scoreline is getting close now. We've really got a third map series on our hand that might be something to treasure. This is where you want to be, Stewie, with that AWP. Rifles getting bought up for the rest of Team Liquid, and he throws the AWP over to Fallen.
That's a bit scary, man, because, you know, obviously, you know, we want Fallen to get back into this game. You want him to find some confidence, but 6 kills and Stewie's having a great game. Like, yeah, you can't afford to have Fallen miss his shots in this one. He needs to step up big. His calls were great on the T side, provided a lot in that sense, but now he needs to step up in fragging department as well. Back to middle. On the bench sits Simple. No AWP on his hand, though. Fallen falls back to short side. Flash is good, and Fallen just switches out as he runs right back. Maybe could have had a kill there, but good utility for Na'Vi to keep him out. And Elige is playing back in the library, but he'll move into the site. Not wanting to get smoked off and cancelled out of the round. Swapping sides with Fallen now lets him play inside of A, anchoring the bomb site. There's a smoke, Fallen with no info. Can they boost over? Talking to boost, look at B on top of the logs, on top of the head. Stewie spots him, and Elige was on the head of Fallen to find Electronic as well, catching out another kill. Na'Vi now down a man. They've got a lot of room to wrap B, but Elige has come in on Archway, and he will not let Simple pass. Liquid up by 2, and now Na'Vi are desperate executing to B, where someone needs to step up in a huge way.
Yeah, I mean, you look down the ranks, right? For me, I'm looking at someone like Perfecto or Bit to really be a difference maker here. This boost at the back really could serve to complicate matters. There's also a fast rotate from Elige ready and waiting, and that Molotov, oh, that slows down the push. That's brutal, so punishing. It sucked all the momentum out of that attempted B play, and I think Na'Vi know at this point, they're not getting past this B hold. There's been time for rotations. They're bowing out of the round, maybe looking to save.
Nothing else you can do, right? You've lost every fight on every front. Couldn't get into the CT spawn, the double arch side setup for Liquid. And even though Fallen doesn't get any kills, he's offering stuff. He's still assisting his team. He's setting Elige up with that boost. And AK is even dragged out of the round by Liquid as well, upgrading their armory, upgrading their lead as they build and build yet another round up to 12. And for Na'Vi, still hope, still a chance, but no money for now. They've got to eco around these safe guns. If they start buying, that could dig them a hole deeper than they're ready for. Oh boy, they're doing it, I think. No, they're swapping over guns, still keeping some cash for later. Oh, I say that and everyone purchases. Here we go, Na'Vi throwing money at the problem. Will it be the solution?
Well, they've entrusted Simple with the 1 AK again, and this is where we want to see more out of it, man. You could see the frustration on his face just a moment ago. He's throwing his headset around. Simple's got to dig deep. Because right now, Na'Vi need him. They need those normal, simple performances that you can so often bank on. Out into top mid again for Na'Vi. And this time they get given the control. There's no early fights here from Liquid. Na'Vi may be a bit suspicious of that, right? They've been used to having to really fight for every inch of ground they've gained. So they go back towards Banana, but Liquid still too strong here. Maybe even going to re-aggress into the top of middle to get that information. And Fallen is this first point of contact on the AWP. If he gets one and then ducks out of there, he's set Liquid up nicely. There's that kill that was needed. The trade comes through for Perfecto. Naf back at the bomb site, needs to come alive. And right now he's putting Na'Vi in the dirt, spammed, but Naf is still delivering. And finally silenced by Simple. A B plant allowed for Na'Vi, but Liquid are already here, primed and ready to retake. Before the bomb's even down, the flash is in for Stewie, and even though Simple gets the trade, now he's got a bomb to worry about, and he's all alone, trying to navigate this 1v2. He taps it, but he doesn't succeed in baiting the peak. He doesn't know that both players are CT. He's running all the way back to A. He's eluded them. Time is of the essence here, and Liquid realize this as well. They hear him jogging towards this A bomb site. Simple around the world into A. And now he's got the weight of said world on his shoulders, tapping that bomb, getting it stuck, getting it planted. A 1v2 that would make the best of players sweat. Elige with the wraparound cements that 13-9 scoreline for Team Liquid. And Na'Vi just can't seem to find anything that sticks.
You know Liquid are feeling it as well, right? Like Stewie going through that smoke in the 3-on-2 is such a heroic play. Liquid flashing him in. And in the entire madness of that round, Na'Vi were trying to find the bomb. It was lost in the fountain. It was fallen into the water. And Stewie just catches them trying to pick it back up. The AWP is saved. Fallen was caught out in the open, right? He was not ready with Na'Vi creeping the entire way up B and not telegraphing that execute. Fallen's on a very wide angle. That's why he gets caught after one. But the fact that Fallen is at least trading 1-for-1 is an improvement upon previous rounds for this man. 13-9, Liquid one step closer. Elige never even saw Simple, just spammed him out on default. Na'Vi not given the opportunity, not given the chance. Now they've got to dance with the pistols. Liquid can feel it, they can taste it. It is within reach. Simple, full bought. I hope someone's going to be dropping him moving forward in the next round, right? Because without a bomb plant, he just doesn't have the money to invest. But with some of the rounds we've seen from him in this series, you understand why he's buying up. He just needs to show us why. He needs to prove it in the server. Otherwise, Na'Vi are going to the quarters. This
is where, for guys like Simple, there always has been a tremendous amount of pressure for him to perform in these Na'Vi victories. And this is where, it can be a real double-edged sword. When he's performing, when he's feeling it, he is the most terrifying opponent to go up against in the server. And he's feeling that same pressure now more than ever. Hopefully, it's not the downfall of Na'Vi. In comes the A play, and Electronic provides the openers with his P250. The sidearms are out, and the bomb plant is in for Team Liquid. They write this one off. They give Na'Vi the respect, and they don't even attempt the 3-on-4 retake.
Wow, they couldn't do it with the force, but hey, the eco will do just fine. Simple's not even needed with that hero AK, so potential money problems and crises there being avoided for Na'Vi. And talking money crisis, well, Liquid, that's why they save. That's why they throw in the towel immediately upon losing 2 players to Electronic. They don't have the cash to sustain. They don't have the AWP moving forward unless they save. Na'Vi aren't exactly going to be throwing bodies at these saving players on B, just making sure they can get out alive. Armorless players need to move away from the bomb pronto, and they will at least secure some weapons. Electronic, beastly entries as well on A. And Na'Vi find double digits still in this one. We've not even really seen the money there for Na'Vi to have a T-side AWP. But with the pace they're playing, I'm not sure they'd even want it if it was offered up. 4-buy for Liquid.
Yeah, what's Fallen planning with the AWP? He had a good mid spawn. He's getting stuck right in with the AWP, taking the ult mid fight with that Molotov down to cover him, and he knows he's only got a limited window to get it. Na'Vi won't give anything over.
It's good to see him still showing signs of confidence, right? He is playing audacious angles. He is playing aggressive. He is still putting himself out there. The worst thing you could do as a CTO right now, even though you're having a bad game, is to turtle up and to give Na'Vi the room that you don't need to give them. The supporting cast is still there to keep Fallen alive. The cover in middle was provided, although not needed. And now Fallen swapping sides of the map. Not fired a shot, so they never knew this AWP was middle. But he is providing cover for Stewie. He's pushed all the way down bottom B. That can allow a really quick flank if Na'Vi commit. But take a look at Perfecto, who's holding on to this exact contingency. Let's hope Liquid don't walk into the trap laid by Na'Vi on this A site.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Na'Vi, you want this banana aggression. Like, this is what you're hoping for. It can open up that B bomb site for you in the long run. A utility going in. They're really trying to sell that this is the approach. This is the moment they go. And it has baited the peek in from Stewie, who checks for Perfecto, but can't win that fight. Naf will win his, but traded immediately after one, and now the pressure's on.
Perfect.
Fallen, he knows they're starting to come up banana. He nails the shot to Perfecto.
Oh, no.
Na'Vi now trying to change. Last minute, back to the A bomb site they go. 2 players here for Team Liquid, and Bit can't win his fight. There's 15 seconds. You need to get this bomb down, and you can't get past the Liege. Team Liquid up onto 14. And the round falls apart at the seams for Na'Vi.
It's the rattle of the AWP. That's all it takes. One shot from Fallen and Na'Vi lose the B split, so they go back. It's not only that, but it's also the fact they've got a player in the apartments who's going to be rendered useless if they actually commit to B without that banana control. But if they had a look at the scoreboard, if they for a second considered who they were up against and how much of a struggle it's been for Fallen, I think that would have been Na'Vi's best option, right? That was the 1-on-2 for them to trade into B and maybe plant the bomb. The Apps player could have killed the rotates, but it was all happening so fast. In the heat of the moment, Na'Vi spin on a dime, they rotate round, and they walk into the double hold of Liquid. Oh dear, that's one when you're going to watch back and you're going to regret your decision. But Fallen, he hits the shot he has to. Stewie may die walking into the trap of Na'Vi, but Fallen keeps B intact and forces Na'Vi to their own death.
And this is like worst case for Na'Vi, right? This is where they're looking down the line and they're realizing that on the other side, Liquid, their key performers are showing up, right? Stewie has been a monster. He might not be high up on the scoreboard, but all the rounds and all the moments that we've needed him to step up, he's delivered. Naf has been really, really good in those pinch moments as well. And then you've got a Liege who's just been this constant, like, harassing nuisance, putting up big numbers within the server itself. Yeah. And then for Na'Vi, they look down their line. Well, what do they see? Simple and Electronic, both pretty quiet in this game. So now the pressure's on for the other 3, right? You've got to build them back up, and to do that, you're basically you're relying on finding this force by victory, man.
No easy answer.
No, I mean, you're not used to having to fly solo. That's what it must feel like. You know, you don't have the 2 wingmen of Na'Vi there to back you up.
Yeah, triple B early. Is this something Na'Vi you're going to read into, right? You could go for a sped round on A and then beat them to the punch and avoid the stack, but early up banana with the spawn. Perfecto takes a lot of position. He takes a lot of ground. Are there any flashes for Liquid? Do they even want to contest this position? You can see Util being lined up by Naf to retake banana, but by this point, Na'Vi already in your face. Stewie caught retreating to the spawn, and now rotating back needs to happen for Fallen, but he's taking his time. Naf is on an island. He is all alone, and he's overwhelmed by Perfecto. Na'Vi with the double pick into B to force the save for Liquid. This game goes on.
It's just unrelenting. And I tell you what, man, if Perfecto can be the guy to step up and fill that void, like, you're never going to make up for a lack of Simple and Electronic, right? But if you can be that tipping point that tries to push Na'Vi in the right direction, that drives even one of these 2 players to find their footing, then that's something for Na'Vi.
And they're hunting as well. Now the confidence is starting to come back. I mean, they don't have the money to sustain heavy losses, but it's worthwhile in breaking Liquid's economy to take that risk. Hounding for the reward. Simple up above, sees nothing. Liquid is so tucked in. It could even just be a stalemate with no one moving from this point forward. Oh, Electronic, he checks Fallen. That's going to be the AWP dead at the back of the boxes, and he even picks it up as well. We've not had a T-side AWP for Na'Vi. They've been left lacking money. They've been left forcing all T-half. And in the last 2 seconds of the round, Fallen loses his weapon, and Simple is now armed and more dangerous than ever.
Tag timeout called in for Team Liquid. Stewie has been on the damage dealing end of these Inferno comebacks, and he doesn't want to have the same happen to him now. They try to regain this composure. Losing the AWP, it was not ideal. but they're still looking to make it work here and now. They invest down to the final dollar, putting it all on the line in round 26. And Na'Vi, this round really decides it. Like, is this comeback possible? Because if they get it, they've got the foundations down. They're on to 12, no money for Team Liquid. Suddenly, it can feel like anyone's game. And so this round is the most important in this series. Na'Vi beginning with this light banana control, but they're countered by the Molotovs. They're kept at bay, so they can't get this control they were looking for. Not right away, at least. And this is just your standard Inferno default, right? Trying to take top mid away, trying to maintain some apps pressure, not giving up any ground and keeping your options open.
Simple's popped up mid, post on the short side. Molly will keep a re-peek out, or at least intends to, but Liege wants to try his hand, and now he'll come to regret it with Simple landing that shot. And on the clock, Na'Vi with an opener, and it's untraded at that. Liquid giving away back in. Facto clearing top B as well. Na'Vi still on their default, checking everything out. Fallen now armed. He was only on a pistol. Now he's at least got the AK from Elige's body out of there. Na'Vi have so much room taken. They could even go for one of these B splits yet again. Seems like an A take instead. Electronic coming up from the archway. The smoke is down, and Fallen starts to consider this could be the spawn play, but he's waiting for this smoke to fade, to creep through the edge on this A play. It's all going to be on the pit play. Grim needs to do everything.
Yeah, and he hasn't had many chances in this game so far. Well, this is one of them, and this is one where he's got to go above and beyond. The Molotov forces him out into the open, and while he is good for that first kill, this is a save round for Liquid. They fall out of there with these 3 rifles still in play. And Na'Vi are on to round number 12. They're even going to dispatch players to try and hunt down these guys going for the save. Electronic, last time they put him on the hunt, he was able to deal with Fallen, taking the AWP out of this round that we're seeing right here, forcing a FAMAS into play. And on top of that, that same AWP that finally found its way into Simple's hands was the one to open up this round and set up the A play. So the ramifications of these hunts, whether they have impact actually in the round or if they just affect the money, they mean everything right now to either one of these teams. And so thankfully, Team Liquid, they do get away with all those guns. Everything that they tried to save survives into this coming round.
This is what it all comes down to. The final few, at least of regulation, right? Overtime's always a possibility in such a tight-knit game of this. And we go back to classic statements such as Inferno always provides the best third map. And right now, that is more true than ever. Liquid have to eco. They can't afford to, once again, buy round save guns. They don't have the economy for that. Give Na'Vi 13. You're still hoping you can make a dent in this round, or hope that Na'Vi overplay their hand and walk into one of these AKs, but realistically, in the back of your head, you're expecting that next round buy, and hopefully the AWP with it. Top B for Na'Vi. They've been good at just hitting these fast executes without telegraphing much, right? Just going off of the first flashbang, and Liquid caught on rotation. But talking of which, there is a rotation. There's a player moving over. We got Stewie in the right place. He's going to be able to drop the smoke. Na'Vi are going for it, but they're denied by that smoke, and they have to call it off. Molotov won't climb up to kill Naf on top of the boxes either. But Na'Vi know they've at least scared Liquid for a second. They've at least forced out a good bit of utility. Stewie doubles back from the spawn and goes towards A. It's a big risk to make, considering you know Na'Vi had numbers in Banana. But there's no rush for commitment here for the T side. Minute on the clock. Simple hoping again he can find that pick in middle. He was able to pick up a lead in the previous round to start it off. No such luck getting given over. Liquid are extremely passive on the A site and have no info towards B. They are just hoping, begging, praying that Na'Vi walk into the triple hole. But right now, it's the B execute with 30 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, and this time there's no saving grace. Utility Naf boosted up on the back of the boxes. The spray only finds the first. And Grim with the USP is silenced right away. While the rotations arrive, and you know, you can throw a guy like a Liege into a round like this, only armed with the deagle. Oh, it's still set up to be a Na'Vi round. Lige grabs the AK, and if he can get out of there with that, Team Liquid, you know, they're not thrilled because they can feel Na'Vi building back into this game, but that's at least something looking to the future. Na'Vi up to 13. Oh, dear.
You're quite literally rubbing your hands.
Oh, yeah, well, it's not every day that you're treated to a third map Inferno like this. So back and forth, both teams wanting just to secure these semi-finals in Katowice. And as mentioned, you know, for Na'Vi, it's like all the pressure was on them. A lot of people are anticipating the CIS era. They're also the reigning and defending champions in Katowice. And now they're just one away from tying up this game at 14.
Yeah, Fallen still on 8 kills as well. This AWP is a huge investment thrown over to his hand. Luckily, the safe guns, right, and the Lige grabbing that AK at the last second does provide a little more money for Liquid. They've got something to fall back on. Fallen, he has the spawn for B. Does he want to take the peak? Dropping the deep smoke and holding off a little more safe. Na'Vi are going through it, though. They're going quick and right up Banana. Fallen can't see a thing. Electronic, neither can he. Na'Vi will call the stop, call the pause as they wait at Banana. Simple's even posted with the AWP, hoping for the re-aggression as well. We got players playing anti-flash, expecting Liquid to make a move to react to this control being taken, but instead they just sit back. They've got 3 players here. If Na'Vi want to go for one of these quick, untelegraphed executes, it would be into the stack. Fallen wide again, taking risks, but as long as he can get kills, it's worth it. It's not. Electronic gets the entry, and Stewie is clear from above the boxes. A third man he's not ready for, but a missed shot for Naf, and you only get one chance. Boomage takes him down, and the round is lost in seconds. 14 for Na'Vi, and nothing Liquid can do about it. Even though they didn't expect the stack does nothing to them.
A bit might even find these saving players. That is a disaster for Team Liquid. On 14, so close to getting this game over the line. And now, as Na'Vi pull in the equalizer, all 5 players are removed for the Team Liquid side. They're fully investing. They are throwing everything they've got left in the tank into the final rounds of this game. And this is a decision that makes or breaks it for Liquid. It really is. You've got an AWP on Fallen, 2 M4s and an MP9. That's the extent of your buy. Up against a tie game at 14 rounds. Fallen, now would be a time to deliver with this AWP, right? They've put a lot of faith in you by arming you with this very expensive weapon over putting a gun in the hands of someone like a Lige, who is giving us a great game right now. So if there ever was a time for Fallen to roll back the years and show that he's still got what it takes, it's in a round like this.
Yeah, this is a dirty app setup for Liquid as well. 2 players with great weapons for close range fights, but krimz only good for 1, and Lige is domed immediately. Fallen still here. Does he want to hold on with the headshot? There it is, but they're going to come out through the mid-choke, and Fallen needs fast frags as well. They jump, and Fallen hits it. Can't find a third. He's done everything he can. 14 all, and a 2-on-2 to decide it all. Na'Vi get that bomb plant in A, and Liquid are running on their rotates.
Stewie and Naf, they have been the tag team that have made these retakes, as we were earlier on in the half, feel so winnable, no matter the odds. And we need to see that now more than ever. They fight side by side. Perfecto gets the information from down in the pit. He still has Simple to help him out back inside of A, but it might not be needed. Naf now down to the 1v1, and Simple, the man to try and beat, not the man you want to face. In with the swing, and Simple nails the shot. If there ever was a time for Sasha to hit it like we know he can, it's in that round right there. 15 on the board for Na'Vi. Match, series point, and a semi-finals on the horizon.
And you even got what you wanted out of Fallen as well. That's the worst part for Liquid, right? The double app setup, the triple app setup. It only nets 1 kill initially. Fallen hits some absolutely crazy clicks, but it is not enough to keep Liquid in this. They are forcing, they are desperately spending every penny they've got. And it might be all in vain. It might be the comeback for Na'Vi, a 10-5 half. Liquid even found a pistol. They even started this half strong. Is it all in vain?
It's a force buy to try and get you to OT. Couple of Famises, a lot of utility at least. But now you're playing on Na'Vi's terms, right? They've taken this lead from you. They're on a big streak and they're not looking to have it end anytime soon. Liquid with their worst buy yet, determined to not give up, to fight till the very end. Up in the apartments, it's another one of these double setups. Na'Vi showing a lot of presence in top mid, forced forward by the smoke and into the waiting arms of Bit. They at least trade 1-for-1. Now the pressure's really on for these two players back in the site. It's Elige and Grim split between Pit and A with a rotation from Stewie, holding that long side. Elige looking like he wants to go through this smoke, and there is a world where he could hit one hell of a timing. Now goes through. Tries to take the peek, doesn't see anything, and that could be misinformation. They could expect a B play now. Na'Vi just pull the brakes, and now they recommit back to this A bomb site. Stewie has left these two players here. He's gone back to B, so Elige has got to deliver, and he does find one with the Deagle. Now onto the AK. Oh, Grim's still alive. They haven't been able to flush him out, and Elige is just dancing around inside of the site. Simple with the flick, and he takes it down to the 1v1. Simple somehow has made this all feel too doable. Stewie stands before him, and Simple's out of the round. We're going to overtime. Team Liquid, they fight back. It's Stewie 2K to get them there. Oh my word, what a series this is shaping up to be. Overtime on the horizon, both teams wanting a semi-finals performance, and Jesus, oh, I'm out of breath. We'll be back in a minute. We got to see vintage Simple, but it was just a glimmer of hope that was snatched away by Stewie 2K, and now we're in overtime in a game that showed no promise of going this far. Well, now we're heading into it. Team Liquid winning out the 1v1 on a forced buy as well to take us to OT.
Yeah, this is the game that keeps on giving, and now in overtime, Liquid are probably feeling more pumped than ever, right? Not just surviving the storm of Sasha, but money finally no longer the problem. Think about how many rounds Liquid were hamstrung by the economy. Well, we're at max cash. We're at AWPs aplenty. We're at Simple v Fallen. And we're looking for a semi-final placement. Na'Vi v Liquid. The game keeps going.
Yeah, no one wants to give up, and now we hit OT. You wipe your mind of those last 30 rounds. And we get ready to run it back again. Banana control this time is denied. Team Liquid, they didn't just claw it back to overtime to give you Banana, Na'Vi. They're looking to fight for it tooth and nail. A triple B stack as well to facilitate that. Fallen's over there with the AWP. They're back to these double apartment setups as well. And Na'Vi aren't taking kindly to this lack of banana control. They're still waiting around to try and steal that back from Team Liquid. Liquid now leaving Fallen here with the orb. Gonna be like a railgun, looking down Banana, looking to silence Na'Vi's attempts to make any headway toward this B site.
Yeah, it's very scary for Fallen. They could be crept up on his left side. He has no idea. He's hoping that they walk in, sneak into his angle. Now he takes a further one. Now he takes more information. This is big for Liquid. They can be assured in this four-man setup on the A site, and Na'Vi never knew that Liquid had this information. This long view down Banana is everything Liquid need to hold down the fort through the smoke. Stewie can't go. He's got to double back. We've got those windows smoked down for Na'Vi as they trade utility and wait on the fade. Archer's covered. Stewie sprays, and boom, it sees the traces through the smoke. He fires back. Electronic even goes through. They take the space, and they could even split the B site, but 15 seconds they're committed. They are on the site and going down with a fight. Everyone's dead. Liquid winning all the engagements, and Na'Vi have been torn to shreds with nothing to their name. They may have opened up, but they can't close a damn thing.
My, oh my, everyone came alive. It mattered so much to Liquid that they keep riding on that momentum, right? That they're not instantly slammed back down to earth by Na'Vi. And so you wanted anyone to win a fight, but the fact that everyone does in such a dominant fashion is scary. They're pumped now. They're on to 16. They take the first in overtime. And they're looking to keep that trend up. Fallen once again entrusted with that AWP and taking it back towards the B bomb site. They try to set him up here once again. This time, a bit more of a utility fight over towards Banana. Still, it ends up the same with Na'Vi locked out of this early Banana control.
Yeah, some good nades done by Na'Vi. They had some really, really nice HEs on the CT side when Liquid were taking Banana. Well, now they do the inverse of that, lobbing them up on the corner, and Stewie takes quite the beating. Flash is good, and boom, it covers Simple, who almost falls short to the shot of Stew.
Now Na'Vi own Banana and they own another advantage, but Naf won't let them get away with anything for free. He flashes himself back in with Fallen and takes that kill onto Boomich. With a Molotov down, Liquid lock Na'Vi out once again, and they even pre-rotate a player out of position. They know where Na'Vi are going before they're even there, but are they correct? Because this bomb is still holding back in Banana as Na'Vi throw fake utility on this A site.
Yeah, I mean, Na'Vi, they learned their lesson, right? They were burned by not pressuring Banana properly and allowing Liquid to have a 4-man stack. And this time, they're imagining Liquid are about to do the same thing again. Well, they would be right in that assumption. It's only Fallen here, but he beats Simple in the head-to-head, taking this man advantage, setting Liquid up for success. And even though he falls off and lets this bomb go down now, a 4-on-3 retake, this is more than achievable for Liquid. This is right where they want to be. Brollan posted up, hungry for more, and the shot misses. Electronic reclaims the 3-on-3. Time now working against Liquid. They've got to go fast and they know it. They need these kills and they're not presenting themselves all across the board. Everything comes up Na'Vi. So we get that back and forth. The tug of war is continuing as once again they're tied up 16-16. Last round of the first half of overtime coming in. And not a clear winner in sight.
Yeah, it is that battle of perseverance, right? That strength. Who will topple first? With no outside factors such as economy playing into it, it is simply just a battle of brains, a battle of brawn. Double orb. Liquid going in big. Stewie's going to buy it up alongside Fallen, and they swap sides. Stewie over towards B. Fallen back to abs. That's the one round we've seen in multi-kill with this AWP on the CT side, and we've even got the boost up for Liquid as well. Grim in position, looking into the wall to avoid the flash, and Elige is the same under the balcony. It's very heavy for Liquid. If Na'Vi popped through apartments, they would completely bypass this setup. If they see no one pit, they might just move in. Why not? It's a contact play. It's the last thing Liquid are expecting, and from the side, Electronic clotheslines them, and Na'Vi 3 kills in an instant to surely win this half of OT.
Naf and Stewie in the blink of an eye are all alone. They don't even have safe ways to rotate. And look at Perfecto to close out that first half in Na'Vi's favor. That is disastrous. The one thing that had to happen for that triple stack to get dismantled, it happens for Electronic. What a confidence boost for this guy as well. He was sat bottom of the board. Well, as we move through regulation, as we move into overtime, he is finding his footing in a very big way for Na'Vi. And that is the last thing you wanted if you were Liquid. You were in the heads of Na'Vi. They were out of this at one point, it looked like.
Whoever makes that call to contact out apps is an absolute maniac for Na'Vi. But boy, it couldn't have been more perfect. No one even looking. Liquid lost in the source. And Electronic is back to apps, this time on the CT side. Swapped over Na'Vi. Liquid had some really good T rounds, right? They 10-5 this first half. Fallen calling to perfection, even if the orb wasn't really needed until the post plants, many of which Na'Vi would save in. Right now, Fallen's brought it right back up to Banana. Simple sat in the same site. Elige laying up utility towards A. It's the long smoke bit. Denied the information on that mid play. He's going to tuck in the cubby. Could they boost? Could they do anything to give themselves an advantage out of nowhere? There it is. Electronic is above with the AUG. He's got a scope and he can see them in through the smoke. Elige is dead. And Na'Vi, that's a nice start. One that can't be traded by Liquid either. They even keep Bit in the corner, which could be a danger if Liquid want to molly him out, but they have no more damaging utility. Just flashes and smokes and a lot of hope. Fallen, forced out by the molly, hits the shot, and Liquid with 30 on the clock need to take over A.
Yeah, just 2 players left to get past Boomich. Down in the pit and over towards long, it's Electronic. Quite the duo to run into. Flashes go high. Electronic is left blind, trying to get into this site, trying to put up a hold, and he will land that flick. Boomich now helping him out with flashbangs. Time's the problem, and there it is. The kills are in. Stewie doing his best to deliver a clutch, but just hiding, just playing the time down in the pit is Boomich. Stewie not given the kill until it's all too late, and Na'Vi are on to map and series point again, but this time with a little more breathing room.
On that favored side as well. It almost feels too good to be true. It always feels inevitable, but you cannot count Liquid out of this one. Just staying above water. And these A-holds on both CT sides have been incredible, right? No team has been able to crack into the bomb sites other than Liquid going 5-0 up on the T side at the start. Then they fall back into B plays. They never really went back to this A site. And Na'Vi holding strong, holding down the fort. Good stall for boomich in the pit. This is what it all comes down to. Hours of gameplay and days of preparation. Down to this one moment. Liquid, can they long it out? Boost at the back of B. Na'Vi even calling for help. Simple. He will answer the call. Dialed in and posted with the AWP in the spawn. Surely can get a shot as the smoke blooms if Liquid give him the opportunity.
That's something that has been kind of impressive, is that Na'Vi have done this with Simple being quiet. In the rounds where we have seen him show up, which have been few and far between, they haven't really found much. So Simple off the cards, looking to get back onto them, and he's here to support this triple setup in the B bomb site. Liquid, very, very scared. No one wants to be that first kill to come in that tip the scales in favor of their opponent at this point in the game. 45 seconds. They sell this fake in towards the A site, but Na'Vi have not taken the bait. They stay strong with a 3-man stack. The iron wall erected in this B bomb site. Team Liquid setting up the utility, about to hit the go button. And well, Na'Vi, they're ready. They're waiting. They're raring to go. Liquid, here comes that push, and boomich looking to be the first line of defense. Flashed off the angle, but you've still got this double hold of Perfecto and Simple. Now make it just Simple. There's the first. The trade's not found yet. Grim will swing and get it. And Liquid get the bomb down. A 2-on-3 retake. The Bit and Electronica are a long way away from Liquid. They break down the wall at B. They get that bomb planted. And they're eyeing up this 17th round.
Trickling in. Na'Vi making no noise. It's contact made by Naf, and he sees him. He can just hide in, knowing the clock is to his favor, to his betterment. Naf with one, and Electronic looking the wrong way, keeps Liquid in this game. Oh boy. Perfecto, he gets nothing from that boost. He does save boomich temporarily with a kill, but he gets trapped trying to fall off. He's looking stuck and lost on top of the boxes, and Simple only good for one, even avoids the orb shot to Fallen. And almost lines up a collateral at the back of the bomb side. That would have been very Simple-esque, but overwhelmed, chased down by Liquid. It's Grim with the entries to keep Liquid on 17. Another round, another OT maybe. We'll see if Liquid can get us there.
I mean, hell, right? You've asked them not just to dig deep and make it happen once, you're now asking them to do it again. But they're looking fired up. They're looking determined. A plucky little NA squad that could. boomich flashed in to retake this banana control. Grim and Stewie aren't fighting yet. They're back with this flash setup, but this time Liquid are one flashbang ahead, and turning from it. Stewie has learned from his mistakes the last time around, and they don't fall for the flash setup. Now he's pressuring B, and Perfecto gets melted under the heat of Stewie. 5-on-3 retake for Na'Vi. This one could be a double overtime. They want to do anything to stop it from getting there, and that kill onto Stewie at least help furthers that goal. Temporarily, there's a 3-on-3 in this B bomb site. Naf is a long way away, going for this wrap all the way through CT spawn. And so the rest of Liquid, they've got to hold on, because Naf needs to find something from this wrap, and he gets spotted, but he's still good for the kill. Simple's out of the round, and Bit follows up. Team Liquid, they take us to a double overtime affair. The game that just kept on going, a war of attrition. And another overtime.
What a nightmare for Na'Vi at B as well. The one thing they've been able to rely on, right, was that flash setup that worked earlier so well for boomich. But as you said, Stewie, he learned from the past. He looks down as he sees boomich climbing up, expecting to get full blinded, dodging the flash, getting the kill, and then Perfecto, the smoke hits the wall, clips it, and stops in its tracks. That just gives an entry to Liquid. That just gives them the bomb site. Misutility for Na'Vi is costly indeed, and Liquid just keep on going. Readying up, back into the fray, back into the double OT. This could be game of the tournament so far. And to think we had Astralis almost get 16-0 today. I mean, CIS is back, baby. But Liquid don't want it to be.
Oh, I think we all just need a moment, right, to try and collect this. Like, in the server right now, the amount of determination that you're seeing is just so impressive. The resilience from either side, like, you can tell how much this means to them by the fact that neither player, neither team wants to let this game slip through their fingers.
Liquid have to stay on that T side, though. Reading into these early triple B setups, right now it's not the case for Na'Vi. They've gone standard start. Boomich, these nades have been good down banana for Na'Vi, and that doesn't change today. Even getting, 30 damage off like that on 2 players can soften them up considerably. Mollies can churn them through. M4s are no longer a dink and done. And even a leg shot from Simple can spell disaster for Liquid. He's back on short. He's away from the action. Liquid are creeping up banana. Simple off and on long allows for those quick rotations, right? But this time he is stuck. He is committed to his position, and it's all down to the B anchors to hold their own.
Yeah, Liquid are really harassing this B bomb site, and thus far Na'Vi have not shown they've been able to put a stop to it. We need something this round. Boomich will spot another player back in CT, but he's fixated on the fights in the site. Boomich saving the day for Na'Vi, repelling the B offensive, and the jump in CZ to send Liquid packing. 19 up on the board now for Na'Vi, and all you need to hold that B bomb site is a bit of the Boomich.
It's like combining KZ and Deathmatch. He's just jumping over boxes and shooting folks while he does it. Stewie goes for the CT wrap. It's a big play. It's one that Liquid are calling. You gotta wait. You gotta hold. Wait for Stewie to get into position. He can get a backstab kill, but Boomich doesn't fall for it, and he nails all the shots behind it. What a play for Boomich. Na'Vi, the kills are closed up. We got everyone within reach of each other. No weak link. And is that going to be the answer? Keeping them in this map, finding the first of double overtime. Simple on the apartments. A new round, a new position for the young AWP player. Oh, but spammed out. It's a good spray. Nav keeps him away, and Simple will just concede the position. He doesn't want to risk dying after not seeing any opponent. Molly in long corner makes sense. We've had a lot of rounds bits playing in that position. Simple doesn't care. He might even walk into the Molotov. He could take significant damage already being tagged up. They don't know he's close, and Simple gets out alive as Electronic turns from the flashbang. Stewie is dead as well. Liquid, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah, in with the A play, trying to gain as much ground as they can, but it's all been denied by these flashes from Na'Vi, just unrelenting in that utility. Liquid, they go silent, but only for a moment. It's broken by that smoke, and now they move up onto the hay bales, but there's a lot of bodies to deal with back inside of the A site. Fallen, can't find anything on the AWP. He taps the bomb, he baits the peaks, and Naf is delivering on the AK, even spotting Simple. Grim hounds him down, and somehow Liquid have flipped this from a 3-on-5 to a 3v2 with that bomb. Not planted yet, but not quite denied either. Perfecto, all alone. And without a hope in the world, it feels like, of getting back into this round. Liquid were never destined to get to 19, and yet somehow, with the fast wrap from Naf, the bait from Fallen tapping that bomb, it looked like they've been able to do it. Only one man stands between them and that 19. And Perfecto knows he can't have a say in this one. It's a gut-wrenching feeling, right? He's just having to give it up, concede this 19th. And there he is, found at the end. So Liquid, they bite back.
Yeah, Na'Vi are going to be kicking themselves after that round. That was a 5-on-3. They had everything, and they just tuck into the site, hoping they can at least trade kills at a worst-case scenario. This long setup was nasty. Somehow, Liquid, they throw that smoke in on default. That's for them to fight pit. That's for them to clear out a player on the right side. There's no one there for Na'Vi, and Liquid realized that very quickly. Nav, key entries, and they don't even get to it, and then suddenly discount the fact that Simple's hidden in the smoke. They find him as well, with no kills to his name past the start. Liquid, just when you think it's too much to ask, they show us something special. Double molly up B, Stewie given the room. Backing out early as the right time comes through, because Na'Vi throw more grenades over the wall that would have done serious damage, but instead are avoided by Liquid. I mean, you're so deep into this game, you know what Na'Vi are going to do, you know their protocols, you know what to expect as a result of you taking that position. And now Liquid, they get util out B, they set up another A take quickly. They've done it in a 3-on-5, so hey, a 5-on-3, well, that should be easy.
Yeah, they get out top middle. They don't know about Bit just yet hidden in the corner. And they haven't spotted Simple at short either. Flash goes over, Bit dodges it and just blindsides Stewie. Now, while they're focused on trading this out, Simple's looking to pounce from short. Bit actually rotates away. Na'Vi, they've misread this one. They think it's a fake into the B play. Grim, only good for the entry, but Electronic is now stuck. He's trapped here up in the corner, just trying to stay alive. He needs help from Bit. Electronic in with a second. And once again, it's another one of these post plants, but this time, most notably, a man down for Team Liquid. RV grouping up together for the retake. As we've said, Fallen still been pretty quiet. With this AWP, you need him to find something, and there it is, the equalizer provided from Fallen down in the pit. If he can keep a Liege protected, a Liege can do the rest. Molotov misses, and that's disaster. A Liege tagged as they move in through long, but they don't quite finish the job. It's Perfecto who has to step up and do it, and now just him v Fallen. Tap on the bomb. He is sticking it, but he gets off just in time. There's not enough time for the defuse, however.
Oh, he's got it. Oh, no. Oh, it looks so close. It looks so attainable for Na'Vi. But that's happened twice to both teams as well, right? Think about Stewie knowing he has to get off the bomb on the A side to try and kill Boomich coming up short. That's the same case for Perfecto. He knows that Fallen's running him down. If he sticks on that bomb, he should be dead. So getting off of it for the kill, but losing the round as a result, it is a lose-lose situation on the defuse. 20-19 Liquid. They finally win a half of OT. They finally take the lead. It's been a long time coming. All this game has been Na'Vi unable to close series points. They couldn't in regulation. They couldn't in the first OT. And now maybe Liquid, it's their chance to get it over the line. Back to the T side for Na'Vi, and with a blistering pace up in the face of a Liege, he eats a flashbang from his teammate. It's a Liege to open up. Boomich does get room on long. Does Stewie know? He might have heard the jump, and he's turned around, looking longingly for this kill. Boomich isn't considering it, and Stewie has another advantage. Liquid running wild in this round, and Simple needs to do something outstanding rather, to keep Na'Vi in it.
And he's missed every time. He's now trying to creep up long, but they see the barrel, and Stewie swings it. Bit and Perfecto left alive, and while they've dealt with Stewie 2K, there's more problems where that came from. Bit looking for anything. Grim just hiding down in the pit, playing this crossfire. It proves to be deadly, and Team Liquid reach match and series point. As you say, Hugo, this has been Liquid playing catch-up throughout the entirety of this third map. Na'Vi have had 2 chances to close this game out, and Liquid have pulled it back both times. Well, now they're sat on match and series point. It's them with the chances. It's Na'Vi playing catch up. And if this comes down to the mental game, Liquid are more determined than ever to put to bed what Na'Vi couldn't. Simple donning that AWP again. Maybe this is the round we get something out of him. It's fast up towards top banana. Nothing found immediately, but a repeat on the flash. Simple, fully blind, is still good for the opener.
Oh, that's a shot you can rely on him for. Doesn't even see Stewie, doesn't even need to. Feels it out on timing alone. And Na'Vi started strong. Now they feel the pressure more than ever, right? Knowing it's Liquid in the driving seat. Na'Vi need to win back-to-back rounds, and that's only to click the clock back to 0. Give it another go. Smokes out on A. It looks like a commitment. It's a 2-2 setup for Liquid. They've gone for standard stuff, but this could leave them high and dry. A lead caught after 1 on long, and now the wrap comes in. Now it is all on the pit player. Grim has to do everything and then some, because this retake should be undoable unless he provides some sustenance in the sight. Grim, oh, he's got the headshots. Bit will trade, but the 100-degree heroes of Liquid might just have hit boiling point at the right time.
And talk about a trial by fire for Bit, now tasked with the 1v2 to keep Na'Vi in this game. Bomb down. And he's been given time by Team Liquid. They group up, splitting between short and apartments. Bit. Oh, he sees the first man. Damage getting done. And now they have him trapped. Now they've got him cornered. Bit left fighting for his life. And it's fallen to close it out for Team Liquid. Grim down in the pit with a stellar hold as well. And it's a triumph for Team Liquid. Over Na'Vi, they take it. Double overtime affair. Liquid are going to the semi-finals at Katowice.